How we doing, everyone? MJS back again with another video. Welcome to another installment of the Our First Home series. Okay, so today is Wednesday, June 15th. I am in the basement. I just want to show you a couple of things just to kind of note them because I did a little bit of work earlier. It's later in the evening now. I'm going to do another project, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, so I'm going to turn this light on here in the laundry room just so we have a little bit more light. Because lighting out here is atrocious. It probably looks okay on camera, really bad in person. It's interesting how that works. Anyway, one of the first things that I did today, I was bouncing around here earlier in the morning, and I've moved some things around here. So we'll talk about that. This is going to be a gym one day, again, as I've said multiple times, but we're not there yet. We have our shoes here. Something like that will happen. We obviously come through this door here. There's going to be a TV there. There's going to be a sound bar. There's gonna be workout shit over here. That's the ultimate goal, but for the time being, we had some things over there. I moved them over into this area because everything that you see over here on this wall, we don't want. We either want to sell or just get rid of or donate or something or whatever. So those were, if you've been watching the vlog for a very long time, you know that those were the doors in the bedroom. It's funny how I do all this stuff and now like I can call back to things I did before. I actually spray painted these little things here black because they were like a bronze color, and we're not even gonna end up using them. That's kind of funny. But we got those. We got all of these things that used to be in my room, my parents' house, and I'm probably not gonna use now. These acoustic panels. We have some Christmas decorations that Amanda wanted from her parents, and then now we don't really need them. And then we have all this other stuff over here, like some pictures and different things like that. All this stuff is listed on Facebook Marketplace currently, and I shouted out on Instagram to say, like, if anybody wants any of it. Hopefully some people buy some stuff. I have one person that wants to buy some things over here, just a little Christmas tree and these little pirate hats. A couple bucks here and there is great, whatever. But I don't like throwing things away, but it's so difficult to sell things, especially on Facebook Marketplace, because everybody wants to haggle you, and it's just hard to like meet up, and nobody wants to pay like a decent amount of money. It's just crazy. So it's like, I don't want to throw it away, but I don't know what to do with it. So there's all that. But that's going okay. The other thing that I was doing in here in the garage today was I had these couple pieces of quarter round, and I needed to paint them still because we just had them kind of setting over because they were we didn't get to them because they were the pieces that are right in that entryway that we worked on a little bit. I still have not finished the transitions fully, but I painted these today. Whatever, they're white, they came out fine, that's fine. And then I spray painted this piece back here, and this is gonna go underneath of our, it's kind of stuck to the table right now, a little thing there, but looks like it came out okay. I don't know if this is gonna work because this is just like a straight black spray paint, but that is ideally going to go underneath of our front door because there's like, the door, and then I can probably show it, but it's, there's like just a lip there that needed quarter round, and it doesn't really make any sense for it to be white. So we spray painted it black. Hopefully it looks fine. But at some point here soon, I will put those quarter round back on, but at the same time, though, like I said, I still need to finish the transition. So at some point, that'll get done. Let's just walk in here real quick because the laundry room is still evolving. Obviously, we want to do something different here, and I had an idea, but I'm not sure exactly if we're going to do it anymore. I wanted to just put like metal wire shelving here, like a big shelf thing, multiple layers, shelves or whatever, and then get rid of this white thing and that thing over there. I don't know if I want to do that anymore because I do like the stuff being concealed, so maybe we'll put something that is, has like doors on it or something there. I don't really know yet. We're having a game night, so we got some game night items there. One day Amanda will potentially wipe off these and clean off these screens, and we'll put them all back on the doors, so that'll be nice. And I want to talk about it in here real quick because I chatted with a buddy of mine about lighting this space because we need to get back to it because we actually have, believe it or not, we have people that are messaging us. I don't know if it's legit or not, I would assume, but we've had at least 2 people message us saying that they want more AM and the PM podcast content. And we haven't done one in a while just because we've been busy and this space obviously is not done yet. But I would like to get back to it because I'd like to have more guests on Fueled by Progress and have me and Amanda do more AM and PM stuff. So this is a beautiful space for it, and we did kind of, I think I might have talked about this in a clip from a couple episodes ago or something like that. There's a lot more that we need to do here, but we made a good dent in it because this was full, and like we got to just reorganize this. There's some things over here, obviously, that we got to deal with, but you know, it's coming together. All of this will be gone. It'll be either in here or stored somewhere else. All of this stuff will be gone. It's going to be just the podcast studio. So the idea here is something like this, sort of just like what you're seeing here, is the camera will be set up over on this side, and there'll be a table, either that one or something similar, be sitting across from one another. There's going to be at least one camera, obviously, that camcorder right there, and it'll be sitting here, and it'll capture like the whole scene. But I'm actually thinking maybe we either go 2 or 3 cameras, so we could do more of like a, you know, shot facing, you know, one person, and then a shot facing another person, like, bigger podcasts with better production value do. I'm not exactly sure on what we're going to do there yet. It's going to have to really depend on kind of how we can get this look and feel to be down. But regardless of that, even if we only have one camera, we need better lighting in here because that light, even though it might look okay, it looks pretty bad. It's actually pretty bad here. In real life, it's very dim. And it looks actually worse on that camera. I think the sensor on this Sony ZV-1 is better than that one. So point being that I'm going to purchase some lights, and I'm looking at a 3-pack right now of like GVM lights. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is something like up here, actually, like maybe a light up in this area. Like I said, I was talking to a buddy of mine. That knows a lot more about this than I do. So maybe like a light there and like a light over there, something like that. Maybe a light behind, depending on how it goes. I'm probably going to have to cover up that window because, you know, I want to control the natural light. And I think it's going to look okay. I actually do think it's going to be pretty nice and end up pretty good for us. I just need to kind of get it all set up, and obviously we need to get all this stuff out of here. So I'm excited for that, but you know, it's just a work in progress. I have no other way to describe it other than that. So yeah, that's pretty much the basement. It's really coming together slowly but surely, and that's all I have to report as far as like what I've done today and this stuff. So here's what I want to do next, though. We have a fan up in the bedroom that Amanda pretty much sleeps in there with Minnie, and I sleep in the office right now. But she's complaining because it is hot. It was like 94 degrees today, and like our AC works, but it doesn't work to its best potential. So we set it at 71, and it was only going to, it was only, like at some point today it was like at 77. So that's not ideal, but it's not bad. It doesn't feel terrible in here. But the point is that at night, it obviously kind of like gets a little bit better, but Amanda is still saying that she's like hot. And the fan doesn't work in there, in the bedroom for some reason. I don't know what happened to it. So it just like kind of hums. And I don't really feel like fixing it. So we bought a new fan. It's actually smart compatible. It's a Hunter fan. It has really mixed reviews. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't suck. I've heard that it like wobbles. I've heard that the app is bad. I've heard all sorts of shit. Real quick, just as a tip, something that I've experienced a lot, is that you can't always go by the reviews because there are a lot of stupid people out there, and that's not even, I'm not even saying that in a disrespectful way. There's just people that like almost, it feels like they want there to be something wrong with the product, so they don't even like try to figure things out. And again, I'm not saying that every product out there is built perfectly and like the instructions are great. I understand that. But what I am saying is that like I've never even left a review, positive or negative, and most of my experiences have been positive. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. And normally the best way to figure it out is just to kind of do it yourself. So I'm going to go up there and I'm going to kind of show you like what we currently have. It's just, like I said, it's a regular fan. It actually looks really nice, but again, it's kind of broken. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to take it down, and I'm going to try to rewire up the new, this new fan that we have. And I'll leave a link, obviously, for everything in the description. And I should probably turn the power off before I do that, so I need to be down here anyway. So I hope this goes well. All right, so real quick, I'm at the kitchen table here because that's where I have the fan currently. Let's chat about it real quickly. Then we'll go see what we got in the bedroom here. It's just a Hunter fan. Like I said, it's got mixed reviews. The box is a little damaged. Hopefully it's not messed up. It was on clearance, and I thought that was concerning kind of from the get-go because I had looked when Amanda told me about like this fan issue. I had looked into this and I saw that smart fans specifically are like really, as of like June 2022, really like hard to source. And by hard to source, I mean like just nobody really makes it. Like it's like not a thought of product yet. You know, everybody thinks of like smart lights and smart, you know, other devices or whatever. And like we have a bunch of smart stuff in this, you know, video coming soon on the whole smart setup. But nobody thinks of like smart fans. Like I've never actually heard of anybody. I've seen like a couple YouTube videos. But now Hunter is actually making like built-in smart stuff. There's other brands that are doing something similar, but I'm like, I don't want to necessarily be a guinea pig for that. I'd rather at least have a reputable brand, Hunter, that's been making fans for a long time and see how good their thing is. I don't know. We'll see how good their thing is. But the point is that this was actually less than $200, and all the other like I hope not that much better ones are like $400. But yeah, the other thing too, though, real quick, and we'll talk about this maybe more when we see the old fan, is that the ceilings in this house are like less than 8 feet tall. So you don't really have like, you know, a lot of, like there's a lot of these fans that have long, like what's called down rods, like the rod part that like goes between, you know, the, like you want like more of a flush mount, obviously, if you have a small ceiling. So this one just has a very tiny one, and like from the top to the bottom here where this light is, you know, it's not even as tall. It's not even gonna hang as low as the one we currently have, which actually has 3 bulbs, which is another quick thing we'll chat about, is it has 3 Philips Hue bulbs in it. So the fan that we currently have in there has smart lights and a dumb fan, if that makes sense. And you know, that wasn't ideal, but again, the fan doesn't work in there anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this thing, the whole thing's smart. Like the LED is integrated directly into it, so there's no bulbs, which means I'm gonna have to move those bulbs into somewhere else in the house. And you know, the fan itself, obviously, it comes with a remote control, and then you can do it with your smartphone as well. We'll chat about all that briefly, you know, after I get everything set up here. Hopefully this isn't a terrible experience. But I know that taking fans apart is difficult. It's not difficult, it's just you do it piece by piece. So got to deal with that. And then we will try to get this bad boy up there. But other than that, though, it's not really that crazy of a fan. It's just, it's only got 3 blades, and it's smart. It has smart light. This light, though, one thing that's actually somewhat important is this doesn't change color temperature. So currently, those bulbs that are in there are like white ambiance. So you could do like a yellower light like this over here that we have like in the kitchen, or you do a whiter light like this, but you can't do that with this fan. Kind of a little bit of a drawback, but not really that big of a deal. It's a bedroom. It's never gonna need to be a brighter white, but something to note. All right, let's go check out the bedroom. All right, so I already turned the power off. I'm probably gonna need a light to complete this job anyway because it is getting dark, but I opened the windows and we have this light out here in the hallway, so I'm just gonna chat about this briefly so you can see what I talked about over there in the kitchen. It doesn't work, like I said, the lights work fine, but it's kind of a bigger fan. As you can see, it has those bulbs in it. The fan just makes noise, it just hums, which from my research says that it's either like a capacitor problem or like there's one person said this switch could be like messed up here, this turny switch, you know, like when it goes clockwise or counterclockwise. I tried all that, doesn't really seem like it's working. We're just gonna change it because again, there's other reasons that we could change it anyway. It's smart stuff, you know, whatever. So what I need to do, like, you know, the first thing here I need to do is take out these Philips Hue bulbs because we obviously aren't gonna need these in the new thing. And it's kind of actually a blessing in disguise because there's a fan just similar, older, but the same setup here over in the office. And it has Philips Hue bulbs in it as well, but they are older. They're from like when we bought these recently, when we got the house, but the ones in there are from like my parents' bedroom days, like when I was at in my parents' house, in my bedroom days, and they're actually kind of shittier than this. And one of them I think is broken. So it's maybe a blessing in disguise. I'll actually probably pop these over there and deal with the rest of them. The other 2 that I need to deal with. But all of that aside, just to wrap up this pre-game talk here, I need to take those out. I need to take this all apart. And then one other thing to note while we're in here is I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this now because this is the Philips Hue switch that was controlling those bulbs, and this is obviously not gonna be in the equation anymore. So I have some options here. This thing does come with a remote and a cradle, so I might just put that in its place, but there's also another thing that Hunter sells for $50 that's like a wall control thing that just is like in the wall and kind of does the same thing. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that yet, because I don't necessarily want to spend $50 more on a switch, but I'm going to make sure that the fan works and it doesn't suck and it doesn't wobble, because I did hear that it wobbles at high speeds. I'm kind of concerned about that, but hopefully I can just secure it well enough that it doesn't do that. So that's it. So I'm going to take this damn thing down and I'm going to try to put the new one on there, and we're going to see if Minnie wants to stay and watch. Can you see me?
Yeah. Action.
All right, Amanda's on the camera here. I don't know, man. This is the second fan I've taken down in this house, and I'm kind of confused because, like, I don't understand. I've never put a fan up, I don't think, and I have to put a fan up, and I don't understand why you have to take these fans down, like, piece by piece. So, like, I'm really hoping that it's not the same thing in reverse when you install one. But, yeah, there's a cat. So.
Say hello. Meow. Meow.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I hung that picture. I forgot to say that.
That's how the real vloggers do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I put my leg up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to continue to take this fan down. I'm still not sure how to do it, really. I don't want it to fall on my head.
I'm very worried about my cat. Mark's like, just leave her there. She's chilling. And I'm like, what if a screw falls on the bed? And she steps on it.
All right, let's just do it. We'll do it live. Oh, dear.
Mark said that he hopes it's not this hard to put it together.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking in my head, it's 9 p.m., dude. What are we doing?
Oh, man.
But I didn't complain. I didn't hesitate when he said he was going to install my fan. Because if you didn't know, we have separate bedrooms. Oh, shit.
Oh, dear. Okay. I really don't understand this, but all right. Well, I took the top part off first. That wasn't a great idea, I don't think. Yeah, that's a not.
Ah, where'd it go?
On my foot. Oh dear. Yeah, that top part's gonna fall. If you're gonna film, you need to make sure you know
I
you're
don't
filming.
want you to leave anything on here. Minnie lays here.
Okay,
She
great.
could
Well, then
eat
turn the
it. She
camera
could
off.
touch it.
If you're gonna be a baby, turn the camera off and watch the screws.
We're keeping that in. That's rude.
Damn. You get it?
Yeah. I don't know where that one went.
Right there. Right there. Alright, this is gonna suck. Because I took the top off first, and I don't feel like putting it back in. I could easily put it back in. Palms away. Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea.
Do you need help?
Nope. See that one? Oh, you piece of shit. Did you get all the screws, buddy?
That's what you get for calling me a baby.
Easy money. Does anybody want a fan?
What is that face for?
Alright, so we got all this shit off of here. That's good, but now I gotta take this part off and deal with the electrical, obviously. I think this bracket is part of that old one, so that'll probably end up coming down. Another thing, too, while we're in this situation here, is that I noticed that we did a terrible job painting because we just went around the fucking thing. I kind of want to touch that up, but I also kind of don't care. And I could see, like, we definitely missed some spots elsewhere. It's not really the end of the world, but I'm not sure we should do there. Where you going? Where you going? She's outie. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We got to keep moving. All right, so just a quick update here because I took this part off via that little harness thing or whatever. I don't know if that wasn't, if you can see that wire there next to that one. Right there. Yeah, kind of. I don't know if that wasn't in anything before, but yeah, and then we have this other random like looking ground wire thing that's not connected, and then we have these that don't seem wire nutted. I don't think this is a big deal, but like, just kind of funny, so. I'm trying to not do that on this new install. Let's see what happens. All right, well, again, pain in the ass to get rid of a fan. And the new one comes in pieces too, so that's not going to be fun. But I did make a little bit of a discovery. Not really a discovery, it's just something that we are going to have to do now. And I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to look up at the thing here, because we obviously can very much tell that we painted right around that huge ass fan, which is very interesting, by the way. So like that, where that thing is roughly is like where the fan was, right? It's the, you know, that whole canopy part of the fan or whatever where it mounts was about that big. Well, let me show you the size of this one if I can. I'm gonna show you. It's about that big. It's not great camera work there, I apologize, but that's about centered, and there's a lot of space. So unfortunately for Marco, to some degree, I'm going to have to go down and I'm going to have to get some paint, and I'm going to have to paint that very carefully so I don't get paint all over the finished shit here. Yeah, not looking forward to that, but hopefully we can just do that real quick and be done with that. Yeah, and then deal with however the weird electrical in there is, because I do remember that every light, like every light receptacle was very weird. I can already see this one already, how there's like soldered shit in there. You probably, I don't know how well you can see it, but we'll get to that when we get to that. There's like soldered stuff in there, and it's that thing where I can't remember what it's called now because it had been a while, but it's like a switch loop or something where like there's whites and shit going. I don't know. It works, but it's definitely not what's supposed to be there. So yeah, I guess I have to paint this real quick if we want to make sure that this is done and looks pretty good, because that's gonna be very noticeable. So let's keep going. All right, quick little thing here. This is where I'm at currently. It's kind of just chilling up here, and it's actually kind of sketchy. I just talked about this on Instagram. You should be following me on there. Like there's a bracket there, and then this thing just kind of sits in there. And then this, you know, that's like the down rod, top of the down rod part. And then this whole thing is attached to that and sits on there. And like, first of all, this is all the room I have to like do this wiring, which is really stupid. And then the other thing is like, this could literally just fall off of here. So like, I'm kind of confused. Like the last fan had like a couple screws, like holding the down rod part thing in here to like, you know, like, so it couldn't fall off of that bracket, but this literally has nothing like that. It's literally, once this is done, this thing is just gonna screw in up here, and then that's going to be it. So I don't know. Heard mixed reviews about this fan. I really hope it doesn't fall, and I hope it doesn't like excessively wobble. So we'll see. All right, quick wiring update here. I was able to get it's actually a red in this case because the wiring is so messed up and weird at these light boxes, because they're like, you can see here it has this weird 2 whites and then there's 2 blacks in there that are all together. Don't ask me, it's a switch loop or some weird shit, but I got the whites, I got this blue capped off that we don't use because we only have 1 switch here. I probably should have went and got a little blue one just for the hell of it, just because that's probably better for one, but whatever. I got these going, and then this was a bitch because there was 2 ground wires like soldered together in there. You can kind of barely see that. And then there's like, they double ground this thing to like this box, this bracket, and then also this thing or whatever. So I had to go grab a big one, big red one. But I think we're good on the wiring, I hope. I'm not 100% sure, and there's really no way to test it. So I'm just gonna shove it in and pray. So yeah, let's keep going. All right, I don't know how long that took, but it's up there. I think it looks good. Amanda, I think it at least accents the room beautifully. It's actually higher up. It's less fan blades. I'm very concerned that it's gonna suck or like be very wobbly or something, or very noisy or some sort of something. But it's assembled. Took a pretty long time. Amanda and Minnie are tired. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand this to Amanda. Here you go. And then, Kat, don't let her lick the screen. Don't let her lick the screen. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn this off, and then I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna turn the power on. It might just turn on, so let's see what happens. Be right back. Hopefully it doesn't break. Hopefully it doesn't blow up.
Ah! My bed is moving.
Oh, don't happen. All right, it's a light.
My bed moved.
Your bed moved. Oh, okay. So, it's a light. That's not really what we were looking for. I mean, because it's just a light. Let me see that. It's very dim, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as bright as it was.
No.
Let's see if the brightness. All right, that's pretty responsive though. Somebody was lying to me about that. Is that as bright as it goes though?
I don't think it gets any brighter, which like kind of sucks, but also it's a bedroom.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. Well, I haven't even done the app yet. That's pretty bright. That ain't bad. It's hard to tell on camera. But that ain't bad. Okay, I'm gonna give the light a solid score on the light for this thing. I really can't complain about the light. Again, I'm just using this little guy so far. Not doing anything else. I don't know what these buttons do. Oh dear. All right, here comes the maiden voyage here. I don't know what that does. Oh God. Is that the cat or is that the thing?
What?
Is that the cat or the fan making that noise?
She's purring.
Oh. All right. I don't know what speed that is. I don't see too much movement though in that.
I don't feel anything.
She doesn't feel anything. I think it's moving the right way. What is that? That's counterclockwise. I'm pretty sure that's the right way. I don't know how long it takes that to get up to full speed. Or if it is on full speed, or click the fan button again. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know how to use this remote, so that's kind of an issue. Oh, it's moving a little fast. Man, it doesn't feel anything. That's moving pretty fast. I mean, it's not super fast yet, but it's...
I like it.
You like it? You feel it?
A little.
You know, it's kind of weird. It looks like a big bat, but...
Don't say that. We just had bats in the house.
They know.
It does look like a big bat.
Hmm.
It's weird that
It's blowy.
It's weird that it only
It's pretty blowy.
arms.
Wow, I'm actually pretty happy with this. I have no idea if that's the fastest. Can you hear it?
I feel like it could be a little more blowier.
Okay, well, it's only 3 blades, but it should be blowing more. But I don't know if it's all the way up. I want to test it all the way up to see if it
I don't
moves.
know if I want to go any faster. I think it might break. It's going so fast.
What are you, little baby? You wanted a fan. It's stable, dude. It's not even moving. I was so concerned when I was putting that up there. I thought at this speed it was gonna be like flying off the thing. I don't know if that's full speed though. We'll have to see in the app or something. Oh. Oh, it's the air conditioner, I think. No, that's the fan.
Holy shit.
That's the fan, baby.
Holy shit.
Oh!
Oh.
We're going all the way. Holy shit. I mean, that is blowing.
Wow.
Is that blowy?
Wow.
Can you hear that on the camera? Oh my God, that's actually kind of dangerous. that's actually borderline dangerous.
I'm scared.
That's actually borderline dangerous. I'm clicking all the way up on this.
You can't even see the blackness of it.
You know, I'm honestly super impressed though. Unless one of these fans fly off and like literally impale me.
This is impressive.
This is actually impressive. It's not moving. I gotta really, wow, that's very blowy. I can't explain it, but I'm actually very impressed with this thing. I was so concerned, truthfully, I was so concerned that this was gonna suck. Wow, you can't see me at all. Hi. I was so concerned that this was gonna suck ass, and honestly, I think that's gotta be all the way up. I mean, it is moving. It is moving. You can hear it. It's loud. I mean, could you sleep with that? Do you think you could, if you needed it this high, do you think you could sleep? Because people were telling me that you can't, like, it's very noisy and you can't sleep with it. I think it's pretty quiet for how fast that's going.
I mean, depending on how hot, if it's, like, super hot, yeah. Honestly, as long as it's not going, like, click, clack, I kind of like
It's not even moving. I mean, this is amazing, actually. I don't know if it's just because what we had.
Some people actually sleep with fans on because it's soothing, and I think it's pretty soothing.
I am beyond. I haven't gotten to the smart part yet, which will be sick if we could just say, "Hey, G word, turn the fan off." That'll be sick as hell. But this is actually a 10 out of 10 so far from what I've seen. I'm beyond happy. You know, another quick note that I'm gonna make before we end this off here is even like it's not cheap. It's made out of plastic, but all those reviews and all that stuff was very confusing why it was on clearance and just like mixed reviews. But even like the little piece there, like the little glass piece that goes over the LED kit, it like doesn't even stick in there. Like I can't explain it. I'm not gonna like put my hand up there right now. But like you just barely turn it, like a third of a turn, and then it like stays there. But it doesn't feel like it clicked in. Doesn't feel solid. Like I turned it more and it like turned the whole thing. It's just weird. Like it's a very strange fan because it seems cheap as fuck kind of based on the reviews, and then kind of when you're putting it together, it's heavy and stuff. Like it's good in that regard. It looks great in my opinion. And then now, it's not even moving. I mean, let's turn the light back on. It's not even moving. This is impressive. I'm super impressed with this fan. I would say 10 out of 10 for this. I will put a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'm happy with this. I'm super happy with this purchase. Now I got to do the smart home stuff because that'll be even sicker if we can do that. And maybe, honestly, since I'm so impressed with this fan, I might even get the little wall switch thing. I'm not sure on that yet, but maybe. But this is a job well done. I'm very happy about this. Are you satisfied? You got a thumbs up. All right, just one last quick little update here because it is late as fuck. But what a job. What a job well done. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Amanda's pretty happy about it. It is very blowy at high speeds. I will say in this video it looks like it's a very much more daylight color. It's not. It's a much more soft white. It's like, I don't know, 32K or something like that. It doesn't look as white in real life that it does in this video. But I even set up the app, which, again, a lot of people complain about that app. It's got 1.2 stars. It's not great, but again, the problem is the people using the app because I was able to do it. I actually screwed it up and I knew that I screwed it up. So it could definitely be better, like many things. But the point is that, like, if you are using something that is incompatible with what you're trying to do, like if you have like a router or something like that that's incompatible with what you're trying to do, that's not the app's fault. So I think the app gets a bad rap. I was able to do it. I set it up through the app. I created an account, set it up through the app, added the device. The only thing there is like you can screw up. I screwed up like the remote pairing it because like I somehow unpaired the remote from the thing. I had to turn the power back off or whatever. Wouldn't have even had to do that if my switch wasn't like that. But again, took care of all that. Ended up working fine. So it's in my Simple Connect like account thing, and then I was able to link it right over to my Google account, which again, most of these things are like, you just need to know what's going on. You need to know your goddamn passwords, I think is most of the time. So again, I bet you that's why people get hung up on a lot of those things. And then it actually linked right over the Google account. I linked it and I moved it into in the bedroom room in the home thing, and it works fantastic. You can just say, okay, G word, turn on the fan, set it to low, medium, or high. You can turn on the light. You can turn off the light. You can set it anywhere, I think, from like 10% intervals from 0 to 100. It's fantastic. Honestly, it's great. The last little bit here, again, is that works. You can use our voice to change everything. You can use the phone to change it. The little remote thing comes with a little cradle. I don't know if I'm going to put that on here or not. I don't know if these line up exactly, these little screw holes or whatever, but might do that, or I might buy the switch thing. I'm not sure. Like I said, we shall see, but that is a job well done. I'm very happy that this all worked out. One last thing, absolute last thing, is we did turn it to high again, and we heard a couple clicks. Very inconsistent here and there. I don't know if I could do anything about that, but honestly, I wouldn't keep it at high for an extremely long time anyway, because I feel like I'm a little scared that it would like fly off. Even though it probably wouldn't fly off, it just seems like it's going that fast. Medium, I think, is probably good enough. So that's it. I'm very happy with this fan. Check it out if you're interested in it. Yeah, I'm very tired. I'm going to sleep. And I'm actually going to go ahead and end the video here. So thank you guys so much for checking it out. I greatly appreciate it. As always, thank you very much. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, anything like that, hit me up. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you in the next one.